Hey everybody, welcome. I am ASMR Reality, and tonight we are doing another whiteboard video. I am going to be discussing two topics. I have had several comments on this, and I keep putting it off and putting it off. First, how to buy a car. Most of you know that I was the general manager of a Toyota store for 20 years. That was my first career. And then I got into real estate after that, and I've been selling real estate. This is my 5th year in real estate. So, first, how to buy a car. Second, how to start a real estate business. So, I'm going to combine this because both of these, it's not as hard as you think. Let's get into it. First, we're going to discuss buying a car. Now, in the past, and I would say pretty much since the invention of the automobile, the best deal has always been to buy a slightly used car. Today, not the case. Today, it is way better to buy a new car. The reason is because the price is set and the value is much stronger. Secondly, interest rates are sky high right now, but on new cars they offer specials. So let's get into this. We're going to use an example of just the most popular car in America, which is the Toyota Camry. And we're just going to use a price of $30,000, which is going to be a pretty well equipped one. You can get them for less than $30,000, but we're just going to use a $30,000 one just for comparison. This is likely an XLE trim because to get in that high model, maybe, and there's other trims, but we're going to use that trim level. So if you were to hypothetically look at a 2021 Camry, so 2 years old, 30,000 miles on it, and I'm just going to throw out a figure where I think roughly it would cost. Probably $24,000 would be my rough estimate as what this car is probably going to cost, maybe a little bit more. So you can see there's $6,000 worth of difference for 2 years and 30,000 miles. Well, the bumper-to-bumper warranty is 36,000 miles, so you're almost out of full bumper-to-bumper warranty. Toyotas have a 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain, so the engine and transmission are actually covered longer, but at the end of the day, these are just a couple reasons why the value also at 30,000 miles. You probably need tires at like 45 or 50,000 miles, so you're almost needing tires. These are brand new, full warranty. You also get free maintenance on Toyotas for 25,000 miles, so all your oil changes, tire rotations, those are all covered. It's just much better. Also, I will say this, maybe you have to look at payment. Okay, so 24,000, you're going to be probably 8% interest. 30,000, they probably have like a 2.9 special. Your payment will actually be lower on this car than this car. Now, there is a rule of thumb for figuring a payment on a 60-month loan, and it's roughly $5 per 1,000. So 30,000 times 5. Is that right? No, I'm thinking of this wrong. What am I thinking of? It's $5 per 1,000 if you're financing 30,000. It's not $1,500 a month. What am I trying to think of here? $20. I apologize. $20 per 1,000. I'm thinking of a mortgage. I'm stuck in real estate. Sorry. It's been 5 years since I was in the car business, but I remember $20 per 1,000. So that's $600 a month. where this one is $480. However, it's different because the rate difference, this one's going to be probably $550, and this one's going to be probably $550 because of it being 8%. Because the rates, this would be if it's just a typical bank rate, but the special rate's going to drop it below the $20 per thousand. So that's ultimately, they're going to be the same payment. Now, the best case is to not have a payment. I personally wouldn't buy a brand new car. I would drive a piece of garbage until I was able to write a check for a car, unless I was able to get 0%. But even then, I think you're better off to just be able to get in the habit of paying cash. And I know it takes a long time to save $30,000, but I wouldn't buy either. I would buy like a $5,000 car and drive that until I was able to afford a brand new car, because it's just, these things depreciate. You know, when you drive them off the lot, they depreciate. When you put miles on them, they depreciate. So the key is that you ultimately, today, a new car is such a better deal for value. But the primary key when buying a car, is to never, ever, ever buy anything from the finance office. So when you go into the dealership and you say, I want to look at this car, you're talking to a salesperson first. That's who's going to let you test drive the car, look at the car, pick out the color, that type of thing. When it's time to go inside and work up the deal and maybe get your trade-in appraised or something like that, then you're going to talk to a sales manager. Or if you don't talk to him, that's who the salesperson is going to go to say, hey, this guy wants to buy this car. This is his trade-in. A sales manager is going to work up the deal. If you say yes to the price, because all you're doing right here is negotiating the car, nothing else. The car and maybe the payment. Also, when they quote you a payment, they always quote it high because they're including costs of like extended warranties and everything. So never listen to their payment. So just get the price. You tell them, I want the price, I don't want the payment, because you can actually go on payment calculators online. A payment calculator online and just figure out what your payment is, because also you're much better off to go get your own financing if you're trying to get payments. Because in this scenario, we're going to assume you're getting payments. Even though I don't want you to buy a car getting payments, I want you to pay cash for a car. But let's assume you're going to have a car payment. This is what's going to happen. Get the price of the car. Don't let them do payments. Or if they do payments, just know the payment's not real. They're adding a bunch of, if it's a $500 a month payment, they're quoting you $550. Because they're padding in a bunch of stuff. It's illegal, but nearly every dealership I know does it, and it's one of the reasons why I had to quit. Because the dealership I worked at wanted to try to start doing this garbage stuff, and I've refused. So, now, once you say yes to the price, they're going to take you into the finance manager. Finance manager is going to do all your paperwork, and he's the one that's going to try to sell you extended warranties and try to convince you to use their bank rate and try to convince you to buy like tire and wheel and gap insurance and paint protection and windshield replacement and all these stupid insurances that are just a colossal waste of money. You cannot buy anything from the finance manager if you take away anything at all from what I'm telling you. Say no to everything in the finance office. Do not buy anything. And I'm telling you, they high pressure, super high pressure in those offices trying to get you to buy something. You cannot do it. it enough. Never, 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 never buy anything from the finance office. It is all waste of money, garbage. It's a rip-off. It's ripping you off. It's stealing your money. If you want an extended warranty, number one, if you're buying a new car, it already has warranty. So wait until the new car warranty is almost up, and then go online and find a Toyota warranty. Just look up Toyota warranty. If you're buying a Toyota, buy a Toyota warranty. If you're buying a Ford, buy a Ford warranty. Never, 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 never buy an aftermarket brand warranty. Whatever the car is, buy it from that company. Toyota sells extended warranties branded by Toyota. Ford sells extended warranties branded by Ford. Hyundai, Kia, Honda, Mercedes, everybody sells their own warranties. Don't ever buy an aftermarket warranty. It's the biggest scam in a dealership. So, it's really just that simple. Negotiate the price as best as you can, but if it's new anymore, it's hard to get discounts on new cars unless it's Jeeps where there's a lot of them on the lot. But if there's not very many cars on the lot, they're likely not going to discount much on the new car, but the price is set by the manufacturer, so it's actually not a horrible deal. The dealership is not going to make a lot of money. They're going to make okay money, but not a lot if you just buy a new car for the sticker price. You can still get some discounts, but ultimately, again, price the car. Figure up your own payments and get your own financing at your bank. If you're financing, get your own bank money. Wherever you have your checking and savings, go there to get the loan, unless the manufacturer is offering a special interest rate like a 0. One of these super special low rates, then it's okay to finance at the dealership. But when you finance at the dealership, only finance the car plus the tax. Do not buy any of the products from the finance manager. Do not let them add anything to it. They cannot by law make you buy any of that garbage, and it's ripping people off day after day after day. It's robbing people of their wealth. Don't. The finance office is the criminal enterprise within a dealership. It's a rip-off. Don't do it. I think I'm pretty clear on that. So it's really just that easy. Pick the car you want. Negotiate the best price. Get outside financing from your own bank, unless there's a special. And then don't buy anything from the finance office. Now, Car Guru, it's a website where they compare prices for you. So if you tell them you want a Toyota Camry new, they will compare prices with it, and it'll go good. I think it's good, great, fair, and there might be a poor, but I don't know if I haven't looked at it in a while, but it will grade the car, the price. You can do it for used, you can do it for new. It's the best site I've ever found to shop for vehicles. I know it's here in America. I don't know if it's in other countries, but I know America has it. Then if you have a trade-in, KBB.com, KellyBlueBook.com, then you just hit trade-in value. Trade-in value on KBB. You can also do retail value, but you're going to get trade-in. That's what you want to look. That'll give you an idea of what your trade-in is worth, so you at least have an this bad, but to hold it with this hand and try to write this hand and write, it's not easy to do. So my handwriting looks horrible, but it's truly not that bad. Oh, my arm gets tired off this thing. So how to get started in real estate. Number one, there is like online pre-testing. Every state, you have to have a license to sell real estate. So I'm licensed in Indiana, but if I moved to Florida, I would have to get a Florida real estate license. Now, there's online quizzes you can take to help you study for the state exam. So a lot of real estate companies offer the course, like a study course, and then they allow you to take it. So here in Indiana, you would take you could either go in person or you can take it online. It's like a pre-test, and basically what you're doing is it's pre-testing you for the state exam, so you know what to expect and what sort of questions are going to be on there, and it's teaching you a lot about the real estate process. So that's what you'll do first. Then you'll take the state exam. Then you're licensed. Now, you have a license to sell real estate, but you have to work for a company. So that's when you start interview. You interview with the companies you want to work for. Now, this is the strange part about real estate. You're not interviewing them hoping they will give you a job. You're interviewing the different companies to see which one you want to let hold your office. You're not asking them if you can work for them. You're testing them to see if you want to work for them. You get to decide. So it's an interesting situation. You get to decide if you work for them or not. You're just picking out the company, whether it be Century 21 or Compass or Remax, or I'm trying to think of the big one, Berkshire Hathaway. And then you've got local companies too, like I work for an Indiana company called FC Tucker. But that's it. You pick your company. Now you're able to sell real estate. Now most companies once you have picked the company you work for, this company is going to provide you additional training. What's the paperwork required? They're going to give you an office, and you're going to be ready to sell. But guess what you need? You need customers. You need somebody to sell a house to. You might know friends and families, but that's what you start doing. You start immediately reaching out to friends and family and your inner circle of people you know. And then everywhere you go, you pass out cards. If you go out to eat, you give the waiter one of your cards. You go to the grocery store, you give the clerk at the grocery, are you looking for a house? Here's a card. You start just spreading your name around. The other thing you can do is do open houses. So it doesn't have to be your for sale house. A lot of agents, like veteran agents like myself, I have several homes for sale right now. And if a new agent called me and said, hey, can I have an open house at your listing in such and such road? Yes, you can. So they'll hold that house. They'll hold an open house for me, like from noon to 4 on Sunday. At that open house, people will walk in to see it. Now, some of the people that come in do have an agent, but some don't. So the people that don't have agents, you're trying to impress them and say, well, here's this home. They may not want to buy that home you're holding open. They will say, for example, well, we were hoping the backyard was bigger, or the road's too busy, or they'll tell you the reason why that house isn't working. And that's when you come in and just say, well, could I set up a search and try to find a house that might work better for you using the agent portal? Because customers can look on public sites like Zillow and Realtor.com, but you as an agent have access to a much better database of homes, and you actually you see the homes before the public sees them, because it comes through the agent portal before it hits the public sites. So you're basically convincing these people to let you do that because they have a better shot at seeing the homes quicker that way. other way to get clients is to pay for leads. So when I first started, I paid Zillow $2,500 per month, and then I would get 5 or 6 leads per month. I would get phone calls. I would just pick up the phone and it would say Zillow calling. And as soon as you say, hello, this is Derek, Zillow would say, we're transferring you to an agent now. They're talking to the customer on the other end. And then boom, you're connected to the agent, and you're connected to the customer. And you just say, hey, this is Derek. How can I help you? And they will start talking. Hey, yes, we're looking at this house at such and such address. And you say, okay, let me pull it up. And you're typing it in. Yes, I see it. Because they're seeing it on Zillow and they're requesting more information. They're either requesting information on the home or they're requesting a showing on the home. So what it tells you is they're most likely they don't have an agent, and most of them don't. If they're using a service like that, they don't have an agent. So we have buying leads, and we have open houses. And we have friends, family, and sphere, your sphere of influence. We call that the SOI, sphere of influence. So that's who you have to sell homes to. And then once you get going, that's when you get referrals. Referrals are, like if somebody buys a house from you and then 3 months later they call you and say, hey, Derek, my sister wants to look at a house, or my mom wants to sell her house, or, that's how that works. Or somebody you sold a house to 2 years from now calls you and says, hey, we're ready to move to a bigger house. That's repeats. Repeat customers, that's what you get after a couple years. But I just switched off these. I quit buying leads because I have enough customers from all this other stuff now, because now that I've been doing it 5 years, I have a lot more clients. And just so you guys know, my first year, in real estate, I made $179,000. My second year, I made $545,000. My third year, I took a little bit of a dip, and I only made $517,000. This year, I'm taking a hit again and only making $450,000. However, the market was amazing. This was during COVID, and there was multiple offers. I mean, houses were going crazy because interest rates were 2.9 right here. So people were trying like hell to buy houses. Now, today, interest rates 8%. It's horrible. Just like everything else has went up, so has interest rates. It's horrible. I don't know your political choices, but there's a big difference in choosing sides. Now, there's a whole lot of reasons to choose a president, but economically, the red side does way better than the blue side, so it depends what you want. Socially, I understand there's a whole sort of different reasons, but if your sole purpose is finances, you want to be a vote for a red ticket, vote Republican if you want good rates, good prices. But if it is what it is, I'm not getting political. Please understand that. I'm just stating facts. But that's how good real estate as I did, but I started in a better economy than they did. But even in this economy where houses are a lot harder to sell because interest rates are so high, new one-year agents are making this kind of money. So I can get into real estate a little bit more, but this is just how simple it is. It's not hard to get started. It's not hard to pass the test. It's a great people business. You work from home if you want. You have to really just be self-disciplined, and you have to be a good salesperson, and that's why I always encourage everybody to sell something else first. Prove to yourself you can sell something because you have to pay to be an agent, and you don't make any money unless you sell a house. Where if you sell cell phones, they pay you whether you're a good salesperson or not. If you sell cars, you make money whether you sell or not. Now, you don't make good money if you don't sell, but you still make money. Where if you're selling real estate and you're not selling houses, you ain't getting paid. Not only are you not getting paid, you're paying money, you're buying leads, you're driving around using your gas, you're buying business cards, you're maybe paying for advertising. So it can be, you're paying for your license fees, you're paying to take the test, you're paying to be a member of the board of realtors in your state. There's fees involved, so it's wonderful money. It's amazing money, but you can get yourself in trouble if you just think you can do it. You need to know you can do it because it's an investment. But I can always help. I'm here to help if you never need help with it because I'm good. I'm good at it. I've proven myself. I've sold 200 homes, and I would say 20, 40, 60, about $85 million worth of homes I've sold. 85 million, and I've only sold like 2-3 homes that were more than 1 million. So most of my homes are like in the $300,000 or $400,000 price range. So I sell a lot. But that's the basics of both topics. Oh shoot, sorry. I hope that's not too loud. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you on the next one. But before I go, make sure if you have any specific questions, I think I'm going to get on this website called Minect. It's where we can connect. Minect is it's like, do you have a second to connect? Well, if you can combine, do you have a minute to connect? They combine minute and connect, and it's called Minect, MINNECT.com. I'm going to get on there, and basically you pay per minute to have conversations. I'm not going to charge like Graham Stephen charges like $200 per minute. I would obviously not do anything crazy like that. I would probably just do something where it would be whatever the lowest they would let me charge, just to be able to connect with people, to be able to say, hey, to help any way I can. But for now, I can help by just going in the comments. If you've got direct questions, anything I can help with, just ask me in the comments, and I can help you that way. And I hope this was helpful to all of you that have been asking me to do this. I'm happy to have it off my plate. One other thing coming up, I also have people asking me to do another horse video, just like video on like my chores with the horse every day, and like what do I do out there in the barn. So I have intention to make that too. So I'm trying to get all these requests filled, but hopefully this works for you guys that have been asking for this. So I appreciate you watching, and I will see you on the next one.